I'm senior reporter Don Nelson on Rickenbacker Street at the Boise Airport. Officials calling it a catastrophic collapse of a metal structure that saw dozens of first responders and paramedics arrive at the scene. I just learned from the Boise Police Department 3 people died on the scene, 9 people were injured, 5 of the injured in critical condition and receiving care at local hospitals. Our prayers go out to all the families involved in this tragic incident and accident. Here's what we learned earlier this evening at a press conference. It's being called a global collapse of a steel structure that was under construction on Boise Airport property.
There was a large-scale collapse of the building, the framework of the building. I don't know what caused it, but I can tell you that it was a pretty global collapse that occurred. The main structural members came down. It was fairly catastrophic.
A dozen people impacted, conditions of the victims not released until relatives are notified. First responders had to deal with what they saw.
That's a real challenge for us. We do have a peer support team that is working with our responders. When we have major incidents, that's something that we've in recent years really tried to pay attention to, and we do have that process already in motion.
Boise Airport operations have not been impacted, which is interesting because the tarmac is so close by.
We've accounted for everybody that was in or around the collapse area. We did have some that were challenging, and that there was hoists and so forth that our technical rescue team made entry and were able to rescue those people.
The collapse is clearly visible to thousands of drivers here on Interstate 84. So crews will remain on location through the night as the investigation into how this terrible collapse happened. Again, I just learned earlier from Boise Police Department, again, the very latest on those involved. 3 people died at the scene, 9 people were injured, 5 of the injured are in critical condition receiving care at local hospitals.